My friends are in denial about my cancer prognosis. I, F53, am dying from cancer, and my friends are in denial. It both breaks my heart and frustrates me to no end. I'm in hospital right now, and my friend, Amy, visited me today. We have known each other for years. I mentioned the palliative care doctor would visit me later, and Amy asked what for. It wasn't like my cancer was end stage. I told her again that it very much is. I've been seeing this doctor for over a year, and my current prognosis is only a few months. She said, yeah, but you said that last year too. I did. Last April I was given 3 to 4 months at most. Somehow I'm still here, and I don't look any sicker, which is both a blessing and a curse. The MRI and PET scans they performed this week show the cancer is still progressing though, and I could take a turn for the worst very soon. Many of my other friends are the same as Amy. I was meant to die last year, and I didn't, so they act like they've convinced themselves I had a health scare, but I'm okay now. Especially because I still look healthy, which they tell me all the time, maybe as much for their own sake as for mine. One of my closest friends asked me out of the blue last year, so you're improving, right? I was dumbstruck. I really felt like I'd been talking to a tree for months. I vented to my palliative care doctor about this, and she said it's sadly very common. And it's these people who will get a real shock when I start to go downhill, as they will not be at all prepared. I don't like bringing up my cancer unless someone specifically asks about it, but at the same time I want to shake my friends and yell, you do get that I am dying, right? This is not a drill. I'm so sorry you are going through this. Your friends are in denial, as it is very hard for them to accept the truth. They love you. It's a tough one. I didn't think she was capable of succumbing because she kept surviving each time. Not just survive, I mean live a really good life at that. So when it finally happened, it broke my mind. Wishing you every comfort going forward. There aren't proper words for what you are feeling/going through, so all there is to hope for is comfort and no suffering. My sister accidentally misgendered me, and I love her. I'm a fab but have considered myself non-binary for like 6 years now. But I only told my sister like a year back, and neither of my parents know. They wouldn't have a problem with it. So today me, my sister, and my dad were going to watch a movie, and while sitting on the couch my sister went to the kitchen to get something. I said something and my sister walked back to the living room and said, "You're a wonderful girl." Then her eyes widened and she just stared at me for a moment before smiling and saying, "You're a wonderful person." And she grinned at me so widely and it was so funny, especially since my dad doesn't know anything. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to share with somebody. Edit. I don't know if anyone cares, but as a lot of people shugist, I came out to my parents, though it wasn't fully intentional. She was helping me apely for a job for the summer, and I put in my gender as other. And she asked what that meant, and I just said I'm non-binary, and she was like, "Yeah, good for you." She then asked if I want to come out to my dad, and I said yeah, sure. But unlike what a lot of people said, he did not in fact have a clue. He just sighed and said, "And what does that mean exactly?" And I asked him to call me as Guiled instead of daughter, and he seemed annoyed. Not a surprise there. His excuse would be that he grew up in the countryside, if that gives you an idea. Anyway, that was all. Thanks for the nice comments. It sounds like your dad already knows, and he figures you will tell him someday. I am glad you have a supportive family. This may be a very personal question, but if your parents wouldn't have a problem with it, why haven't you told them? How sweet. She loves you very much. I can't look at my son. I'm a mom to 4 kids. My 3 youngest are with my husband, but my oldest, who's now 19, is from when I was assaulted at 18 by a family friend. I was assaulted by him multiple times. He blackmailed me into it. After I found out I was pregnant, I broke down and told my parents. Instead of them defending me, they demanded I keep the baby. But they helped me file a police report against the friend which got him arrested, because it started when I was 17. They demanded I keep it, and they said they would raise it, and they did. They raised him as if he was their son. I always felt weird about being around him because of how he was conceived and because of the trauma behind it. But for the past couple of years I can't even look at him because he looks just like his father now, and it triggers me to even just look at him or his pictures. He doesn't know that I'm actually his mother. I'm just his older sister to him, and I'm not planning to tell him any of this soon. But for some reason I never could get him out of my head like that, especially whenever I'm on vacation with my kids and family, or whenever we're doing literally anything as a family. I feel like a terrible mother for not including him in my family and not treating him like my son. My husband knows about my assault, and he knows about my son, and he's supportive of me and whatever I choose to do about it. and I honestly don't know if I should ever tell him or not. Have you had therapy around this issue? Talking it out can really help solidify a decision one way or another. Please don't tell him. It will destroy him. It will not make you feel better. I'm sorry this happened to you. I don't want to sound harsh, but this is a you issue. Telling him would only cause him extreme pain. I'm really sorry you had to deal with this, but maybe now is the right time to speak to someone and get some professional help. Engaged via arranged marriage. Fiancé sees marriage as a non-romantic partnership. I, 31F, got engaged to my fiancé, 33M, about 5 months ago through an arranged marriage. On paper things look good. We get along reasonably well, our families get along, and we're both ambitious and career-driven. He really believes this will lead to a stable and successful marriage. Where I'm struggling is that he has been very clear that he does not believe physical attraction is necessary in a marriage. He sees marriage more like a respectful partnership or a best friend's setup. His idea is living together, working hard, and spending time with family. He has told me he does not feel attracted to me right now and can't guarantee whether he ever will. He even mentioned that his idea of a honeymoon would be holidaying with family rather than traveling alone as a couple. I asked him if he has ever felt attraction before, and he said yes, usually towards very skinny, model-type women. I'm healthy and fit, but not that body type, so that was honestly hard to hear. Day to day, he works until around 11 p.m. most days, and often works weekends too, and he genuinely enjoys it. He calls me most days now after I've pushed for more consistent communication, but our conversations are mostly about his work. When I try to build emotional closeness, like saying I miss him or sending memes or reels, there isn't much response. Once I tried holding his hand, and he felt uncomfortable and pulled away. If I tell him I'm sick or stressed, he often forgets to check in later unless I remind him. He's respectful and transparent, and I don't think he's a bad person, but emotionally he feels quite distant. Even the best friend dynamic he talks about doesn't really exist, since there's limited emotional curiosity or follow-up. I've genuinely tried to meet this relationship halfway. I signed a prenup, traveled internationally twice to meet him during a difficult period for me, and agreed to flexibility around wedding logistics based on his family's preferences, even if it meant delays. I'm trying to understand whether emotional and physical intimacy can realistically grow here over time, or whether this is a deeper compatibility issue. I'd really appreciate hearing from people who've experienced something similar. Did attraction or emotional closeness grow for you? How did you navigate mismatched expectations around affection and emotional availability? What practical conversations or boundaries would you recommend having before marriage? How do you think about long-term compatibility when values align but the emotional connection feels limited? Thanks in advance for any grounded perspectives. That won't work for you. It sounds like you're heading for an amicable and mutually respectful divorce. It doesn't seem like he even wants to try. I would end the engagement if I could, and if it's safe to do so.